Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at this character right here. This is the new banner unit. This is a Krillin and Gohan. What's interesting about this is that, remember, Gohan, they count it, Dokkan counts it as Kid Gohan for the Saiyan and Namek sagas, right? And then he becomes, Gohan Youth is what they call him, basically for the Android/Cell saga, right? The Metal Cooler movie does sort of like vaguely take place in the timeline of the Android/Cell saga, right? So, this unit does have a different name than the LR Gohan and Krillin, right? This is Youth Gohan. So, if they drop like a Gohan from the BoJack movie, it would be Youth Gohan, right? We don't have many cards of just Youth Gohan. The only one we have is the Armor Gohan, and then there's also, it's the Super OG base form Gohan from the BoJack movie, are essentially the only Youth Gohan cards we have, so that is interesting. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of what they did with this unit. Also, it's bizarre that this character doesn't do the Kamehameha, but they have the link. Very weird, right? Sort of breaking the rules that the game has set. The unit's not on the Kamehameha category. I don't know why they have that link. It doesn't really make a ton of sense, right? What does their link say here? Solid support, infighter, shocking speed, cold judgment, Kamehameha, courage. Okay, dude. And fierce battle. Basically, the way this unit works is they're just like doing damage. They're just a damage dealer. Not really a fan. I'm not. These types of characters, because it's just like when you're bringing like these big beefy characters, it's the premium units. It's the Dokkan Fest LRs, right? Carnival LRs, Yellow Queen LRs, Dokkan Fest TURs. Like, those are the units that are going to fulfill this role, right? There's not that many like new premium units that come out, in like a nice like support role. Like, when they drop these banner units like this, it's typically a fumble. This unit could probably do decent damage, but they're not competing with these LRs and shit like that, right? Like, you're not gonna be like, all right, let's run our Battle of Wits team, because, I mean, Battle of Wits is a pretty small category. They're on Movie Hero, Joining Forces, and Battle of Wits. You're not going to be like, all right, let me run Gohan and Krillin. No, you're going to be like, all right, let's run Orange Piccolo and Piccolo Power Awakening and shit like that. Like, I don't know, man. I just think that just building this character around offense, and that's it, was a fumble. They do have one ability at the end there. All allies get a 5% chance to crit per Movie Hero category ally in the same turn, up to 15%. Sure, right? Extra crit chance, fine. But where is the actual support, right? I feel like this unit should have been like a Join Forces or Movie Hero support type unit, right? So let me just quickly go over the basics here. So that 120% attack and defense, they get 50% attack and defense against multiple enemies. They do have a guaranteed additional. It's a medium chance of being a super. They get 100% attack and defense on super attack. That's important. And then they get another 50% attack and a guaranteed crit starting from the next turn when they've done 3 attacks, right? So that, I guess, is important. And they do a guaranteed crit with 7 or more key spheres. It's just, I feel like they're going to be solid, right? It's not like they're completely unrunnable, but they're just sliding into a role that there's 5,000 units in, right? That's more so the issue. Okay, so we can get our 7 orbs, right? So boom, that's a guaranteed crit right here. Certainly useful against this Vegeta. Let's see, we're gonna get 100% on super attacks. They're gonna be what, 280, and then they also get 30% from their super attack effect, right? They do lower attack, which can be good for Battlefield and stuff like that. I mean, even this Vegeta right here potentially could toast them. Let's see how this looks right here. So remember, they have their guaranteed additional built in, right? All right, so 2.98. All right, I mean, it is a guaranteed crit though, right? So yeah, 2.98, certainly not impressive, but it is a guaranteed crit. All right, so we got our 3 attacks in right there, actually. Okay. So now, next turn, they're going to have 50% attack and defense. And then they're also going to do guaranteed crits. We'll test this out. We'll make sure not to get 7 orbs on this next turn, right? Again, sort of test it. That really wasn't that impressive, though, I will say. Like, just the 3 million right there. I don't know, right? Like, it's just, can we compare them to Piccolo? I think Piccolo, you know, feels a bit stronger, I think I would say, right? Maybe that's, you know, is it fair to say Piccolo feels a bit better than them? The answer is yes! Dude, yes! Piccolo is exactly what they should do with these banner units. I think Piccolo he gives good support. Piccolo is a very strong defensive character. And then Piccolo, I think, also does decent damage as well. For what he is, a defensive support unit, I feel like Piccolo's damage is very decent, right? Whereas, like, Krillin and Gohan, that little attack set we saw right there from them, that's not good enough. Like, we need to be higher than that. Like a 3 million attack set? I mean, it wasn't the greatest turn for them ever, sure. This next turn's going to be a lot better because we're going to have more links active. The only links we had active right there on that last turn, we had Fierce Battle and Cold Judgment were activated. Now with Krillin, we're going to have quite a bit activated. So we have Solid Support, Cold Judgment, Kamehameha. So stupid that why do they have that? Courage and Fierce Battle. That's going to get changed, right? Surely. It's just, like, the frustrating part about them having it, right? You could say, like, oh, it's not a big deal. Why are you whining? It's a good link, blah, blah, blah. Sure. But, like, the thing about them just slapping that on this character, I don't know. What about LR Physical Cell, who does the Kamehameha? Why is he not on the team, right? All of a sudden, we start talking about these characters. LR TEQ Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the BoJack movie, who does a Kamehameha. Why is he not on the team? Why does he not have the link, right? Remember when they did, during the Dragon Ball Battle Hour, the 100 Kamehamehas over all the different Dragon Ball games, and they used goddamn LR TEQ Super Saiyan 2 Gohan doing the Kamehameha, even though he's not in the category and doesn't have the link? So why does this character have the link, right? We get it. We all get it, man, right? All right, 186K right there. I am very unimpressed. Are you serious? What? This is it? All right, I'm intentionally gonna get one orb right here because again, they should do guaranteed crits the whole turn anyway because we did our 3 attacks last turn, right? Let's go and see what we get right here in terms of our damage. Wow, they're actually looking unimpressive, like more unimpressive than I was thinking. Okay, so we jump up to 5 million. This is much better because it's 5 million with a guaranteed crit and they have built-in additionals. There we go. Okay, so now they're looking a bit better, right? For sure. Okay, that's a better turn, but is this going to be a thing where it's like they do that? You know, that definitely that was an impressive turn, sure, right? But like, are we only gonna get that every 3 turns? It's like every 3 turns they decide, all right, time to be super good, and then they're not really as good, right? Like I like, this is a summonable unit, right? Like, this is not, oh, here's this free-to-play character or something. Like, this is a summonable unit we're looking at right here. This Krillin and Gohan. That you're gonna have the same chance to pull them that you have to pull LR Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta, right? This next turn should be fairly good as well, because on this next turn, we are gonna have them getting support from Goten. And then, of course, we're also going to have TEQ Krillin giving his big support now as well, right? So I think on this next turn, we should see at least decent numbers. They only did 2 attacks on their last turn, though. So that extra 50% attack and defense in the guaranteed crit, we're not going to have. Because the way it's worded, it activates their next turn. So, again, on this turn, we do not have the buff, the 50% and the guaranteed crit. We don't have it up on this turn. Oh my god, dude. You take away Cold Judgment? This is a joke. You can't. Nah, dude. No. You can't. Like, we could say, like, Metal Cooler, LR Metal Cooler is at an acceptable level when he's, you know, got, like, these start a turn 500k defensive stats and stuff like that, and he gets 30% on super attack and stuff, sure. Right? You know, at least he's able to take double digits from all the big bosses' normals. What, where are we running this character, right? Am I missing something? 100% on super. They get their buff, you know, after they do 3 attacks, but it starts the next turn. So again, we're going to do 1 attack, And then on the follow-up turn, they're going to get their 50% attack and defense, right? They're getting 30% from super attack effect. Yeah, this unit sucks. Wow. Okay, that's very unimpressive. I need another 500k defense on them, give or take. I think another 500k defense on them, and I'm feeling good, right? Because again, we're getting 100% on super, and then 30% from their super attack effect. We're not like, I guess like they also do get this 50% buff against 2 or more enemies, but so it's like a summonable unit. This is not even like. You could say, like, okay, they're meant to be used in Super Battle Road because they have that extra 50% attack buff against 2 or more enemies. That's not enough. I'm not running this character in Super Battle Road. I'll run, I don't know, the Easy A Piccolo, who's doing an AoE super attack that has a chance to stun on all these enemies and is doing a guaranteed crit and he auto supers against all these enemies as well. I think that's a little bit better, right? Like, this character... I don't see what this character is designed to do. And I don't really see, this doesn't look like a character where it's like one unit's gonna drop and it's like, oh, dude, now they're cooking now, right? Like LR Janemba gets LR Final Form Cooler and all of a sudden he's, you know, exactly the unit I've been saying he was going to be, right? With a proper team and a proper setup. I don't see it with this character. This is just a rare Dokkan fumble. We're looking at like, are they the Raditz of Banner? That's not even fair to ever say that about any unit, I don't think, though. To call any unit, like, Raditz is a 1 in a million, right? Like, I don't know. I don't think I can quite go this far. Back in the day, Banner units used to suck balls, right? Like, I remember the tech trunks that came out with, like, Int Future Gohan, right? Like, the Cell Juniors I was never super crazy of. Think of Int Android 16. It's only been of late, recently, where these banner units have been much better, right? Banner units have been a lot more impressive, you know, like, sort of, like lately, right? You know, we have 19 and 20, Raccoon and Goldo, right? Like, characters like that, right? You know, TEQ KRILLIN last year, the one we have right here, like, he was very solid last year, right? I think the STR Trunks that came out with Broly was very good, but this is more of a recent thing where these banner units I feel like have been very impressive. But this Krillin and Gohan, they are bad. They're actually less impressive once I felt like they looked more impressive on paper to me. Like actually seeing them in action, nah, bruh, this is not it. I just don't see the value of this character anywhere. Nowhere do I see this unit being like something you would want to run, right? It's like, again, the sub-Easy Super Saiyan Vegeta. He's got the stun, rock him in Super Battle Road. Same with Piccolo and World Tournament, right? You know, Easy A AGL Metal Cooler gets very high stats. He'll be able to help out in a lot of content. I don't see where you want to use this character, right? They're on no teams, right? Their link set is not particularly great. It's not like, I guess, to be fair, they're on Join Forces, and there's a lot of sort of, like, Join Forces units that they are going to sort of, like, link up very well with, right? Like, we look at a lot of these characters, right? Gohan and Piccolo, Goku and Piccolo, right? Krillin and Piccolo, Goku and Piccolo, like, all these sort of, like, Join Forces characters, right? Like, you could run them on the team, you know, the Goku and Vegeta team along with them, but, I mean, are you going to? Hell no, man! Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing it. I'm just an idiot. My bad. I don't know.